Welcome back to the Abundant Harvest Homestead. This is one of the local copperheads, and if you saw in one of our more recent videos, so he's coming right up the thing at me, there was a lot of these out over the recent bit, partially because that's when they come out in summer, partially as well because of all, hold on, let me keep my hand safe. Partially as well because of all the cicadas that were out, which is a great meal for these guys. Now copperheads around here often will be about the size of the one you see me hanging on to here. Pretty average color, pretty average size for around here. And I'll give you an example just to kind of show you, okay? Because at the moment there's 5 of these that I'm taking off of our property because of how common they were. I guess how observant my children are and how easy they were to find lately. So we just kind of pick them up, we don't kill them, pick them up and then relocate them because I don't mind if they exist. I'd just rather not have them be here. You know, this here is another one, a different one, same thing, probably 17, 18 inches long. Not bad for a copperhead around here. This one here is a little smaller, okay? They give live birth, so they come out a little smaller than this, but on the small side, these are about what you're going to find this time of year before the next generation is birthed. And you know, pretty standard, pretty common if you're finding small ones around here. Okay, this is number 3, pretty average in size. They often fall around these categories. Pretty average in color. A lot of times they look like this. And then here is a 4th specimen. Same thing. This one's coming in under 20 inches. Got some nice coloration. Pretty easy to pick out as a copperhead. It's what they basically look like around here. This one still is probably a little on the smaller side, but a lot of them are going to be between about 1 foot, 2 feet 26 inches. That's kind of what we're running into. Usually kind of this tan with a little bit darker brown on it. That's what they commonly look like. I'll show you these in a bucket just so you can see the size of all of them. So this is a bucket. I'll back up a little bit. See, 6-gallon bucket, same diameter as a 5-gallon bucket, and that's what those look like in there. Nice smaller snakes, you know, nothing too massive, fit in there well, and that's 4 of them. But now I want to introduce you to Big Red. This is one, oh baby, that I have affectionately took to calling Big Red. I caught it and I was like, wow, this one is massive. I'm guessing it's a large female. And I call it Big Red for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's big. At least in comparison to the other ones, and moreover, hold on child. Moreover, I am thinking this is the biggest one I personally have ever found. Also, I call it red because the coloration is so much more red than the majority of them around here. Caught this, happy to have caught this. It's coming at my thing. I mean, it's bouncing on here right now. But this one's getting off the property. We gotta get this out of here. I don't want this around my children. I don't mind if it exists. It's a crazy beautiful snake. It can live, it can exist. It can be out there somewhere, but it needs to be off my property, so we have to relocate today. I don't always get an opportunity to run off site every day and send these on their merry way, but thankfully my wife and children are rather skilled in recognizing these things, and when they do, we often have our children work in pairs. So they'll go out, do their chores in pairs. If they see something like this, they're not going to grab this. In fact, I'm not going to grab this. I have these snake tongs for the purpose of being able to safely handle them, because after getting bit by a water moccasin the other year, I don't want to do that anymore. So they have one watch from a safe distance, the other one come and get me, notify us that there's a snake. Often They already have an accurate ID, and then I run out, catch them, detain them, relocate them, because that just works better for us. Watch out, seriously. I've got a full video on how to keep children safe around snakes. I'd recommend watching it. This one is, pretty heating up already. They're cold-blooded, so it's hot, I'm sweating, and it's got plenty of energy. And I just wanted to introduce you to Big Red because Big Red is so much bigger. I'll show you a quick comparison next to the other ones, and then I'm jumping in the van and getting these venomous snakes off my property, taking them down a place where, nobody lives, few people go, out in the wild, away from farms, homesteads, homes, children. Yeah. Let's see if we can get it one more time. Just come here, Red. Yeah, anyway. Massive, over 2 feet. Biggest one I've caught. Yeah, they get bigger, I get that. But it's the biggest one I caught. And hence I have no problem referring to it as big because, from my perspective, I'm the one holding in this side of the camera, is big. Let's show it next to these other ones quick. I understand theirs is a little dirtier. There's a little more debris in here. But that's the size of this one in a bucket compared to these 4. If I grab out just one of kind of the average ones here, common ones here, and I set that in with red, you can see even a decent one, 18 inches or so, kind of pales in comparison. You can see as well that it's a more brown coloration. See that? Red's more of a reddish hue. That other one is more of the brown. If I add another one for comparison, you'll see that too is more of that tan color, where red is more of that red color. This young one also very light in coloration, and even some of the darker ones, this one's darker, but it's kind of a darker brown on brown rather than specifically having more of a reddish hue. Interesting snakes. They're out in abundance. Man, there's been more in the local area lately. Friend's son just got bit by one who lives about 40 minutes away, but definitely be careful. These guys are out there. They're very fast strikers. They are venomous and they can cause issues. So be careful, be safe. Just thought you guys would like to meet Big Red as I'm taking this and letting all this go. Figured while I had the opportunity, I'd show you. All right, Papa out.